Hello, this is Paris, owner and creative director of House of Paris. Now, in our previous video, we spoke about how to start a fashion label. We spoke about how to cement the idea for yourself in your own mind of what kind of label you want to start, why you want to start it. Are you passionate enough about starting a fashion label to carry it through? And so, assuming that the answer is yes on the passion and that you're clear in your mind what you want to do, now we are going to talk about how to actually get it done. Yeah, that's the hard part. We have dreamt about it for so long, and we have told all our friends about how we're going to become famous fashion designers. Yay. So the whole world knows now. Now it's time to do it. I would like to tell you that all you have to do now is just make a pretty dress, and then all the celebrities will run to put it on, and then people will spend millions, and then you are made. Nope. That is not exactly how it's going to happen. Between now and the time that happens, if you are so lucky that it should happen, there's going to be a lot of sweat and a lot of tears and a lot of falling and hopefully a lot of getting up after you fall. Okay, so just prepare for that mentally. And once you prepared for that and you said to yourself, yeah, I want to go, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Where's the money? Show me the money. Okay, what am I saying? I'm saying that if you want to make anything, if you want to start anything, you need to be able to buy the equipment, buy the material, buy the fabrics, source the marketing, pay for a marketer to do your business plan. If you're going to go for a loan, you need to get your paperwork sorted out for that, sort out your credit. There's a whole lot of things that you can do in order to acquire the funding that you need to pay for the starting of your business. I don't know about all that because I did not look for funding. I am self-funded. I did not want to owe. I know it's very idyllic. It's always better to just go and get that money and, get a huge amount of capital and, get the show on the road. But I did not want to get into debt. And so I self-funded. And how do you self-fund? So I'm just going to tell you how I did it. I'm not saying this is how you must do it. I have no idea what your financial situation is. But I'm going to speak to the person who does not have a huge budget, does not have a trust or an investor or a loan. Okay, that would be someone like me. How did I get started? I am not, for those who don't know my history, I am not taught as a fashion designer. I have a visual communications background, and I have a career background in graphic design, art direction, and advertising. And I literally love anything to do with design. Anywhere where I can show and express creativity, that's my world. Okay, I get excited by that. That thrills me. Right? So when I studied in visual communications, I had the idea that I was going to continue, in advertising, and then change my mind. Change my mind after 10 years plus in advertising, and said, you know what, I want to stay creative, but I'd like to try different avenues as well. And that's how I ended up doing fashion. So that said, you don't have to have a fashion background or fashion education in order for you to start. That's one of those things that stops people from looking for funding because they think that they need to have that background for people to back them up. You don't. You don't need to have that background. You just need your passion and your skill. If you are able to produce the work and to show that you have an understanding of what it is you want to produce, then you can source funding. I did not source funding, so like I said, I was going to talk about my own experience. I used my own disposable income, my Starbucks money, I like to call it, because I love my coffee. I always made sure that I had an extra €5, €6 for me to stop over at the coffee shop and get me my coffee. So when I decided to branch out from advertising into fashion, I thought, where am I gonna get the money? And so I used my Starbucks money and I would get that odd €6 and go and get a meter, literally 1 meter of fabric, and teach myself how to sew. Now granted, mom in my younger years had tried to teach me how to make a decent skirt, decent pants, and dabble with it a little bit, and then get something wearable and then wear it. Wasn't selling it, wear it for myself and get away with it because no one would look on the inside and see if I did anything right. But mom did plant a seed in my head, because that is what I used to figure out how to start working the domestic machine. So you should have seen that. That was fun. But that's literally how I got started. I got a cheap domestic machine, very generic, from the supermarket. Literally as I was buying the cheese and the milk, I thought, oh look, there's a little machine on special, and I got that, and that was my first machine to start the brand without really having any actual skills of sewing. And then I used my Starbucks money, thank you Starbucks, Starbucks money to go and get the fabric. So funding, find it if you can, but if you cannot, use your Starbucks money and see what you can get started. The point is, get started. You don't need a big budget, you don't need a lot of money, but you can get started. Okay, so how do you start? Like that. Find a way to get some money to buy what you need. You just need a machine and a piece of fabric to get started, and you're off. Good luck, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.